guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to have each and every one of you on this channel. It's actually new, I'm a newbie, and I've received a lot of love from my subscribers. You guys are the real deal. I'm so happy. Today, basically, I'll just be doing an introduction on this channel, what it is about, and what I intend to achieve on this channel. And so let's get started. Have I said my name? I'll say it again. My name is Iniome Onoveran. So on this channel, I'll be talking about an autoimmune disease. And what is an autoimmune disease? An autoimmune disease, first of all, disclaimer, on this channel, one, I'm not a medical doctor, I'm a photographer by profession, and I'm not going to be giving any prescriptions, nor am I going to be giving you any medical advice or taking the place of your medical practitioner. So I always refer you back to the hospital because they know it best. Like I said, I'm not a medical doctor. Now let's get started. An autoimmune disease is a condition whereby your body gets confused or the body gets confused and attacks itself. So, in some cases, in the case of lupus, it attacks organs. But in the case of this area, I want to particularly talk about because I personally experienced it and I'm currently living with it. So I know best in this field, or I have a reasonable experience based on the symptoms and everything I experienced this past years. Now, in the case of idiopathic inflammatory myositis, the body gets confused and sends antibodies to attack your muscles. So, in the case whereby somebody that is affected or has this condition starts to experience symptoms like muscle weakness, joint weakness, at times swelling, not necessarily swelling, but basically weakness. Though a few people have experienced swelling, but I have come to realize, or from their diagnosis, I've seen that it's related to arthritis. I don't have arthritis, so I didn't experience any basic swelling. I just experienced muscle weakness, and it's when you leave it for long, untreated or unattended to, it can lead to a permanent disability whereby the person just becomes disabled for life. So the aim for this channel is to see that awareness is created on time so that we can avoid any form of disability. As it is, there are some natural forms of disability whereby some people are even born with a disability. So we can be doing the earth some good by trying in our own way to avoid a disability. Idiopathic inflammatory myositis has different types. You could make more research on it, but I will be talking about polymyositis. Polymyositis, it's really rare. Like, I'm sure a lot of people are just hearing it for the first time. Polymyositis, you could read on it. This condition affects more women than men. It affects, yes, you heard it right, it affects more women than men. It starts to manifest averagely when from the age of 30. Another trigger to its manifestation is childbirth. So, like in my own case, I had just turned 30, I had just had my first child, and I started having those symptoms. I will talk about it in the next episode. But like I said, idiopathic inflammatory myositis has some types: polymyositis, dermatomyositis, IBM, and a couple of others, but the most common ones are polymyositis and dermatomyositis. Dermatomyositis is just the same symptoms as polymyositis, but it's when there is a flare or when the person is having the reaction, it's manifested at times on the skin, whereby it comes like a rash or like a sunburn and all of that. So now, what is the drive? What pushed me to set up this channel? When this disease really hits me hard. It hits me really, really hard. And I'm going to tell you my truth on this channel. I'm going to tell you everything, how I got to my lowest of the lows. Thank God for the right support system I have, my husband, my mom, a good friends I could confide in because it was really terrible. When I got to the lowest of the low, I really wanted to talk to somebody that could understand because it was looking as if I was going crazy, but I knew something was wrong. And I felt like every day my body was just depreciating and I needed somebody to talk to. But I searched everywhere, like I came online, I searched on YouTube, and I needed an African, like I needed a Nigerian that would understand, who could speak in the same language and would understand me. But I didn't find anybody. Like I went round and round in circles, but I couldn't find anybody to talk to. At that point, it was looking as if I was the only one. I had talked to those around me. Nobody could understand how you're saying you cannot lift your hands up. You cannot lift your hands up above your head and all of that. Actually, and another thing, most doctors don't even know about this. Most doctors don't know about this condition, so that is why it's even more rare, because I had met a couple of doctors, I had run a lot of tests, but they couldn't just figure it out. Now, a doctor that is specialized in this condition is called a rheumatologist. Yes, you heard me right, a rheumatologist. So if you know anybody experiencing these symptoms, though I will give detailed um description when I share my story in the next episode. So until my next video drops, please, if you know someone that is experiencing unexplained muscle weakness, cannot lift their hands up, cannot climb stairs, cannot throw something, cannot lift something up, cannot climb a chair, cannot raise their neck, cannot remove their clothes, unexplained weakness of the muscles that keeps depreciating every day, please suggest the person sees a rheumatologist. Trust me, you might be saving someone. You might be saving a life, you might be saving someone from permanent disability. Until then, I remain Iniome Onoberan and see you in my next episode. Thank you.